Welcome to this video on payment tools for e-commerce. We will explore payment as a management system, covering everything from the moment a customer clicks pay to the day funds settle in the merchant's account. Remember, an order is only truly complete when the money settles, not just when the button is clicked. This video will guide you through the process. Consider this. If 15,000 customers try to pay and 1,500 fail, that is a significant loss in revenue. It is vital to understand why these failures occur before simply buying more advertising traffic. The payment success rate, or PSR, is a key metric. It reveals that the customer intended to buy, but the system failed to capture the sale. This challenges our assumptions about conversion, cost, cash flow, and ownership. After this video, you should be able to map the payment ecosystem, distinguish between data and money flows, compare various payment tools, and diagnose financial leaks. A payment system must balance four competing goals: convenience, speed, safety, and economics. Remember that maximum security is not always the optimum, as excessive checks can deter paying customers. Payment is just one link in the broader operating chain, which includes order management, inventory, fulfillment, delivery, and refunds. A failure at the payment step impacts every other function. 6 distinct parties stand behind that 3-second click: the cardholder, merchant, gateway, acquirer, card scheme, and issuer. Each plays a role in whether the transaction is approved or declined. When a customer taps pay, a message travels through the ecosystem to the issuer. Any link in this chain can cause a failure. Therefore, it is essential to diagnose issues by segment, rather than just looking at total numbers. It is critical to remember that data flow is fast, while money flow is not. An approval happens in seconds, but receiving the actual cash can take several days depending on the settlement process. Next, we explore the payment toolbox. There is no single universal winner here. Selecting the right tools is a strategic decision you make for every customer. When comparing major payment tools, we must look at their strengths, risks, and impact on cash flow. Success rates and cost patterns vary significantly, so they must be evaluated within your specific business context. Cash on delivery is often used to build trust with new buyers. However, it carries hidden costs like failed deliveries and tied-up capital. A better approach is to use it strategically, while incentivizing prepayment for returning customers. Looking at PSR by method shows why averages are misleading. High-level numbers can hide where the money is actually leaking. Always look for clusters of failures by bank, device, or time to find actionable solutions. Finally, consider QR payments. Friction reduction is only part of the value. The real key is reconciliation. A code that cannot be automatically matched to an order creates manual work, defeating the purpose of a digital payment. Let's look at cards. They reach international customers and support recurring revenue, but they also carry the sharpest downside risk. A core lesson is that fraud control must happen before fulfillment, or you risk losing both the revenue and the goods. Next, e-wallets. These tools do more than just facilitate payments. They become platforms. By capturing data on frequency, value, and preferences, they position themselves strategically within the digital ecosystem, often at the expense of the merchant's customer relationship. Other vital tools include marketplace payments, buy now, pay later, and stored recurring payments. Each involves trade-offs between security, credit risk, and conversion. For subscriptions, remember that a failed payment leads to involuntary churn, which requires recovery, not a marketing campaign. Now, we shift our focus from individual tools to the process of getting from checkout to cash. This journey involves 7 stages, and the reconciliation process is often overlooked, yet it remains critical for any business. The payment funnel consists of 7 stages that occur behind the scenes, from the initial checkout to final settlement. It is essential to distinguish between checkout failures, where a customer stops early, and payment failures, where an attempt is made but declined. Settlement is the final step in the funnel. For management to have an accurate view of revenue, order data, gateway data, and bank settlement data must all agree. Automated daily reconciliation is the only way to scale without contaminating margin reporting. Improving payment success rates can yield significant returns without extra acquisition costs. By moving from a 92 to a 96% success rate, you can capture more value from existing traffic, effectively earning revenue for free. To improve performance, diagnose the root cause of payment failures. Whether due to insufficient funds, authentication errors, timeouts, routing issues, or poor user experience, a failure should trigger a recovery mechanism rather than reaching a dead end. Managing fraud requires balancing 2 types of losses: actual fraud and false declines. While fraud losses are visible in accounting, false declines are invisible and represent lost customers, margin, and lifetime value. A balanced risk strategy is essential. Your payment menu should be designed by customer segment. Prioritize trust for new users, speed for returning customers, and proof for high-risk orders. Avoid adding unnecessary methods, as each one increases integration complexity and reconciliation work. In conclusion, remember these 5 takeaways. Payment is a business system, not just plumbing. Balance security with conversion. Keep your data aligned across all systems. Track success rates by method, and judge tools by their contribution margin. As a final thought, consider the balance between automation and governance. When algorithms manage payments, are you still optimizing for conversion, or is this now a matter of governance? Evaluate your payment strategy by the value it truly adds.